Hey everyone, welcome to the AWcast, the Audio Withdrawal podcast. It's been a couple of weeks and we have some interesting spyware news with some great album drops, recommendations, underground hype, and nostalgia-filled electronic albums. I would be here with my wonderful co-hosts Koji and Josh, but they couldn't make it. Bit of emergency side planning, stuff like that got in the way. So it's going to be a solo again. As I say, it kind of goes in and out. But we still have some brainwashingly good episode set up for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the news. First up, all of the links to the news and everything else will be in the description. Just everything. Just check the description for all that. I don't think we do timestamps. Nah, don't do timestamps. First bit of news is quick transition. I don't even know what I'm saying. My brain is like half fried. I'm still asleep. I just woke up. It's brutal, but we're gonna power through it. Hell yeah. First article is about Spotify brainwashing, which is interesting. Mixed down. I think Anthony Fantano talked about this after I found this. They had a whole bunch of articles basically talking about how Spotify is, it's gonna start listening to you to start targeting ads. Taking targeting ads to a whole new level. When you take out a patent to eavesdrop on the public to cram product down their throat, which is, just what they're starting to do. Apparently having a stranglehold on the Android music streaming market isn't enough for them. They're looking to get a patent to keep your phone listening to you at all times, so they can recommend music for you based on your surroundings. I personally think it's a disgusting overuse of power. If they actually start using spyware bullshit like this, I'm going back to YouTube Music or something else, which sucks because YouTube Music doesn't even have certain artists. It's missing a lot of stuff and features. I kind of like the recommendations that Spotify gives you, but it's you're paying $10 a month for them to just spy on you, and hopefully they do the right thing with your information and don't do targeted ads and garbage there, but they will, because that's how they make money. If they do it, they should have a way to turn it off. That should be, at least legally speaking. I don't know. Fuck it. If they do push this through, I'm just clearing out Spotify. Not because of the Joe Rogan Experience with Alex Jones. I'm not deleting because of that. I'm deleting because it's a terrible platform if it does that and spies on people. Eavesdrops on them. That is garbage. It should not be done with a tech mogul like them. Honestly, they also in the article, if you look later into it, they had they were hacked a while ago for 300,000 accounts about getting compromised. Big name pages like Lana Del Rey, Future, stuff like that. They were hacked after that by someone e-begging for Snapchat followers. So, security like that mixed with personal information invasion sounds kind of like a disaster to me, personally. I don't get why all these tech moguls feel they need to harvest and sell off their customers' information. I mean, they make tons of money anyway. Why do they need to make even more? Snuff out the humanity and empathy and having a product? I think it's fucking stupid. Especially because corporations are considered people. That there's no humanity left in it. So Spotify might be garbage potential. Keep an eye out there. Keep an eye on that. I don't know, man. It's iffy. We spotted. I got my spotters on you, Spotify. Yeah, is that kind of a downer? I don't know. We're still doing downers. Other news, there's an upper. There is apparently Carnegie Hall. Big, legendary Carnegie Hall. They have a free music education program for kids coming out soon. I don't know if it has to do anything with COVID or they just want to get kids into some, rich musical history that they wouldn't get in public school. Because, a lot of times, the arts can be really expensive. for families putting kids through. So, fucking good on Carnegie Hall giving these free passes. And hey, if you know anybody, you can go and apply. I think you probably have to live near there and have some sort of in somehow. But dude, that's pretty lit. It's pretty cool. So check that out. I think I'm just gonna blaze through. I guess I'm just blazing through all these for this episode. This might be just a really, really short episode, man. I don't know. I didn't get like a whole bunch of news articles or anything. But I do think that's just really cool at Carnegie Hall to do. So Spotify, fuck them. Carnegie Hall, good on them. First, yeah, I think we could just get into the new music drops. Basically, well, I do have like a whole laundry list of stuff by the for the recommended album, so I guess that'll eat out all the time. Whatever. 2-hour episode. Watch this. Watch me drop it. We got some new albums that came out. First of all, Cwrth came out with a new one. It's called X. All It Took Was a Pandemic. Basically, if you've listened to Cwrth at all, I say check out a couple of his songs if you like. They're just bangers. I'm definitely gonna put him in some DJ set lists. Some of my heavier DJ sets. Already have some of his stuff. I'll put some more in. Get some new tracks going. X. All It Took Was a Pandemic, which is kind of, tongue-in-cheek. Whatever. Lazy album name, if you ask me, I guess. I don't know why the X is there. Fuck's going on. He has some really interesting visualizers for his music videos, which I guess that's a new thing, that people are just doing visualizers instead of music videos because of platforms like Spotify that have like visualizers going on in the background loop kind of thing. But honestly, like his sound production and his sound design, audio production is just really clean. Some really great clean sound design, similar to hard trap bangers you'd hear in like a workout playlist in Spotify, or like but he breaks up, like he does like break beats and stuff like that, fucks with the structure, makes it his own thing. Kind of distance himself from the norm of other creators, but he has some really, really tight sound design. So check that out if you like one of his tracks. That album's fucking dope, dude. I'll add it to the list. Next drop, more on the experimental fucked up side, Death Grips. So this album they actually released like a year ago. Gmail and the Restraining Orders. It's like a re-release. They dropped it last year, but they just barely put it on. Like they kind of like leaked it, kind of thing, gave it to the public, and the public has been like, just, you can find it on YouTube, you could find it in certain places. They just kind of pirated it, but they don't really care. It's more of like just a mashup of noises. I don't know. It's not really. Doesn't seem. Like along the same lines of other Death Grip stuff. But yeah, they just barely put it on all streaming platforms, so Spotify, YouTube Music, stuff like that. So their fans were just ripping versions of it before, and fuck it, if they have a dedicated fan base, they don't care about attacking people over copyright, whatever, and they're like, okay, well, people are listening to it, let's just put it out, who cares? And I don't think they're still going to copy strike people. They just don't seem like they would. If they do, that's kind of shit, but whatever. It's within their rights. So they're copyright. But that album itself, I just listened to it, and it's just nonstop, noise, experimental noise. So it's not indicative of Death Grips, I don't think. But, it's fun. It's fun, dude. If you're a diehard fan, you can listen to it and blast it. It's fun. If you're working out and want just something yelling in your ear the whole time, listen to that. Near the drop, we got Bicep, Isles. This one I was like debating whether I even recommend it or not, but it's like a chilled out trancey electronic with gentle vocals. It's a pretty nice atmospheric sound design. Goes toward the ambient beat realm for the majority of the album. It can get aggressive or mellow, but it keeps a chilled tone throughout, so it's nice, like background music, study, chill, lounge, whatever tunes. Check that out if you like it. Like I said, there's nothing really too crazy going on there. I kind of like the atmosphere that it builds. It's very gentle and just really put together well, so check it out if you like trancey stuff. Another drop on like opposite spectrum is I don't know how, but they found me with Razzmatazz. It's the classic IDKhow. It's their first full album, so I feel like I'm checking it out. They have some of their older singles that they put out before and put it into the album, kind of tied it together with things, but each of the tracks just kind of sounds, they have their distinct style that, kind of swinger. I guess it's like jazzy. I don't know. It's more like old school 50s chill lounge music, I guess. But it's more aggressive, more I don't know. You just have to listen to it. It's kind of like Strokesy, one of those kind of bands that you just have to know. That I'd love their singles. I didn't even know they didn't have full albums because I just listened to them passing, which is, kind of rare for me to just listen to singles rather than full albums. But they had some good bangers. Sing along with whatever. Last album drop, we have Josh actually found this out. So he recommended maybe last episode or a couple episodes ago, Free 99. And yeah, I guess, it's Triss, and she just has, or they just have a bunch of different aliases from Greece. And yeah, a new album drop, The Soul is Most Transferable Online. And yeah, you guessed it, it is just as fucking slap happy as the other album we recommended. That was new. It's got Mind Break, Hentai. I like the second track, Hentai. It samples MTC. If you know, Masturbate to Cartoons. I want my own hentai. By, I can't even fucking remember. DJ something. Old school. If you know the song, you know the song, but yeah. So it samples that straight up, just the melody from it in the background. But it's just so, like, bass fucky, heavy, like, redlining, sound distortion. All the, all the song names are ridiculous. With, it seems like she just, like, throws this stuff out, but instead it's, it's really well done. And it's that heavy stuff. So yeah, it's not even me. It's just data me. It's got some good stuff there. Really, really heavy bangers. Also, that's good. Also, for the first bit when she uploaded it, or when they uploaded it, I don't know. It's the eyeliner's throwing me off in the profile picture. I can't tell. Fuck it, I'll wear eyeliner. Doesn't mean a gender or anything. The album cover was just please upload album art or whatever, just the default picture. Just very much the vibe you can expect. Another one that bites the dust. I haven't even listened to this new one. It's a dual joint. This is a single drop, so that was it for the album drops. This is singles. Rezz got together with PVRIS. PVRIS, said it, PVRIS, and they did a dual joint. Yeah, it's kind of heavy bass stuff, classic Rezz down tempo, mixed with Paris clicks and clacks, I guess. Mixed with Paris type. I don't know what they do. Just EDM sound. Is that what you call it? Something like that. Just good heavy EDM. It's like it's like Free 99 but way more commercial friendly. Commercial friendly Free 99. That's what you get. Check that out. I recommend those. My best pick would be Free 99. Obviously, I talk them up very highly. And buy their albums, dude. They only have like a few people, like 10 people that bought this most recent album. Last album is like the same people, which is pretty good. Josh bought it. I'm definitely going to buy it. Very good, man. Trees Free 99 is always great. Let's get into the Campfire. which is a newer segment. Basically, we find underground artists or like just weird, obscure stuff on Bandcamp, upload it, or give it a listen, give it a chance, and yeah, this is, so I got 3 here. First one was Black Banshee. So I personally love Blank Banshee. Amazing sampler, sound, uses like old video game and like computer sounds and made songs out of them. Just good shit. And so I saw this, I was like, Black Banshee, what is this? These will all be linked in the description. And of course, so listening to it is nothing like Blank Banshee. I just have no idea what this is, no idea what's happening, how it's happening, why it's happening. It sounds nothing like Blank Banshee, and whoever made it just like ripped the Zero album cover from Blank Banshee and is kind of like fronting as him. If it's not actually him, but it's like, I'm just really confused, and I think I need to buy the cassette because it does have a cassette and digital album. But it's like, it's just natural vaporwave that's just slowed down tracks. It's not like sample god Blank Banshee stuff, so I don't know if it is him, and it's just his way of just doing straight up vaporwave. There are so many supporters that have bought this album, though. It's crazy. It is just nuts. All these people, and I don't think it's actually Blank Banshee. I have no clue. Yeah, I'm not going to edit that out. Sorry, bud. It says located in Hell, Michigan. That's good. But yeah, all the tracks, it's nothing like it. It's just, what's going on? Buy the cassette. Do it, sure. I don't know. I'd rather support Blank Banshee and know it's him. I don't know what Black Banshee's doing. It's his month. I don't know. Can I say that? Black Banshee. Okay. Person of color Banshee. Yeah. So that's one. I guess check it out if you like vaporwave. It's more like Macintosh Plus kind of stuff, which I'm not super into. There's just slow down tracks of other people's stuff. It's like, if you're sampling stuff and making it a whole new creation that has nothing to do with the original source, that's one thing. But if you're just slowing down tracks and kind of chopping things together, that's just kind of mixing. I don't know. Another one, Goose Pimple. That's another cool find I found on Bandcamp. They are Crispy Doom. It's a new album they've put out. It's nice, chill, indie jam band style, comfy tunes. If Koji was here, I'd recommend it for him. They have a very distinct style, and they have just tons of little albums and EPs they've thrown here and there. Not very many people are supporting them, but whoa, interesting profile pictures for the ones that are. But yeah, Goose Pimple. It's very cheeky. I'd say cheeky. It's good. I didn't write too much down for that. Next one is Key by Sonic Area. So Sonic Area, apparently, so I found this, and apparently they've done like a grip of albums. Oh, it's finally. Oh no. Yeah, you can't listen to the full. Like the album on Bandcamp will let you listen to the full album unless you pay for it. But if you go to Spotify, the album's there to stream, so check it out there. Listening to the other albums like Eternalism on Bandcamp, you can listen to that full album. The single on this one, Blow End, they just have really, really amazing like atmosphere building and sound design. They're like experimental electronic tracks, but they have really good sound design there, and just it's basically just music to film, like without the film. So yeah, Eternalism's good. Key is the latest release. Check those out. Sonic Area, he's from France. Looks just really cool. It's like some Rolly Porter kind of stuff or Lorn kind of stuff. That's just very, very clean sound design. I love it. I'm into it. I've been doing a lot of those sound design things lately. But yeah, check that out. How are we doing on time, fellas? We're just gonna do like a 30-minute podcast probably. I'm gonna go through. I guess I can't go through track by track, but there is. So the last time, like every podcast, we have a album recommendation that we just spend some time on, and So we brought up this album was brought up by Koji. It's by various artists. It is the Rorschach Suite. We have a track breakdown kind of thing going for that. So it starts out. You can kind of get a picture of what's going on in the album by just a few of the tracks, pretty much. I'll just go over the first 11. Basically break those down a bit, and you can kind of get an idea for the album. Metakinetic, Proud Kodiak Bear. It's a chilled out combination of electrical small glitch and acoustic samples. It has some vocal chopping, light beat riffs set to the tone, to set the tone of the album. It gives an introduction into more experimentally styled tracks with clicks, clacks, breaks, spacing out the songs in deep bass. Ambient flow together, comfy yet off track with the glitched vocals and percussion. So it's kind of like, if you know, I'm blanking on the name, but kind of like Odessa-y stuff, or, well, more chilled like that. Man, I can't remember. They're like a group of artists that were kind of big, but it's just like beats like do. I'm just explaining it so poorly, but yeah, just this very chilled out beats, and then a little bit of vocal chopping, like whatever. But it's never like a banger kind of thing. It's like a lo-fi hip hop to gent 2 or whatever. But instead, just hip hop, just like hip hop beats, with some vocal cuts. Second track, Mux Mule, Lost and Found, getting into more of a hip hop beat. This one with lots of loops layering over each other, similar style to the last, but with its own flair. Third track is The Reflecting Skin, Shadow of a Bomb, instrumental version. Alongside the repetition of the last track, this one gets a bit more into the ambient sphere, with airy synths, breathy beats, melodies that, float you on a cloud kind of thing, and also harsh percussion that just pushes you further into it. So you can kind of get into that track a bit more. It's less of a surface level beat throw together. Fourth track, Benoit Pilliard, Kids Are Getting Younger. This one pushes you back into a glitchy electronic and vocals alongside acoustic tones, like the first song. It brings us back to the core of the album, chilled out, docile tones and that rip and distort about harmoniously. De Fluke, New Strut is the next song. That one's glitchier still. It's added noise samples to simulate vinyl. And the Comfi that comes with vinyl. So it's like a chill down beat. So it's kind of like the lo-fi hip hop song. It's got fun samples like a balloon that blows up, with vinyl, twangy string instruments. It's so I don't know, some of the things like that balloon blowing up kind of distracted me. I didn't like that sample that much. It just comes out like whoosh, whoosh. It seemed like really out of place. It's like whatever. Could have mixed it a bit better maybe. Next track is Aftershocks and Afterthoughts by Small Sails. That's a more gentle tones, backwards and skewed. More dream wavy style, but still fits the bill for the album. It's the light and gentle vocals with airy synths and backmasked tones. It gets a bit grandiose at times, but not too much. Next track, Direwire's Half Smiles and Careful Stepping. That's an ambient and harsher tones with white noise and trance delays breaking up the track. It kind of feels like a break and breath in the album, so like a kind of a middle track to space you out. Eighth track is The Roof of the Mouth of the Sky instrumental version by The Reflecting Skin. It's a full transformation from the last track to an atmosphere build. Feels very cinematic and intense, then gets into a beat and degrading sound, caressing the percussion, gets intense at the end, bringing everything together in beautiful chaos. So it just ties it very nicely at the end there. Ninth track is Revista Mod, produced by Reno by The Hex. This is a slight change of pace to a cleaner module synth track. Has driving percussion beats through that fit towards the album. Lots of saw waves that gives it that 8-bit retro wave vibe. but the percussion keeps it grounded. More lively. It's a more lively bit of the album. After that, we have Salt for Wounds by Rezz. That's more glitch and bass hit track with vocal chopping, hard beat with a gentle ambient background that kind of clashes the same as the name would suggest. Salt for Wounds. That's pretty clashing. That hurts. Hurts getting on the wounds. But it comes together with the strings and orchestral vibes later on. It's kind of nice to orchestrate that a bit. From glitch and bass to a sweeping cinematic swoops and swans and whatever. And track 11, this will be the last one I'll break down, basically, is 1932 by IDKhow. And yes, that is the name of the artist. I'm not being insensitive. It's called IDKhow. This one gets back to acoustic instruments with electronic samples, building out to the background of the track. Kind of combines the dark white noise with the acoustic to clash on each other and keep unease with comfort. So a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, you can kind of get a feel for what the album's going for. There's also, I found a track, JDSY, Smoke and Mirrors by JDSY, which it said it was in the track list on Google. I didn't find it in the Spotify playlist. Instead, I found it, I just searched it up on its own. That one's like a heavier glitch track with harsher vocals, changing things from the light tonality of the album to a darker turn a bit with the same type of flavor for the overall themes. That one, yeah, it seems like... Also, when I found the Google one that had all these tracks, it had all the names, but it had them all out of order. And it was like, oh, weird. I had no idea what's going on. So that one might be in the album, it might not be. But they all have their own different thing, and it's just, like, overall, it's a really interesting album that brings so many different artists together who seem to play off each other really well without even knowing it. Each track is unique, but it works really well with their counterparts, even though they come from different artists, albums, themes, and mindsets. The beauty of mixes or collections like this, shows a symmetry between artists that they aren't even going for, but it's just a kind of a feeling that artists in a similar genre or anything can kind of vibe to, especially between instrumental songs with no lyrics. They portray a feeling, and you can feel along for the ride on albums like this. This album makes for good motivation, chill, or vibe. I'd say a precursor for the LoFi hip-hop 24-hour playlist on YouTube, Before that, you just get like a sampler album like this, so this is one of those. Has a completely different flavor of vibes. It's a lot of variety and nice sample pack to find new artists, close to ones you already vibe with, which is cool. It's like you make a mixtape and you write on it, summer mix. Same thing, but they've done it for you, and they're professionals. They got this shit on lock, and it's underground music, and you love it. So check it out, man. Check it out. If you like it, put it in the background when you're studying. Pause the LoFi hip hop radio and turn this thing on, man. There's some good artists there. You might find someone you like. I found a couple cool artists, so frick it. We do have... Oh, I didn't even write it down correctly. So that's the review of the album that we had last time. Koji recommended that various artists. I'd give, a solid 8 out of 10. I'd give an 8 out of 10. It's good. It's chill. Most of the songs work really well with each other. It's a good little collection. I like the fact that they get you into experimenting with different sounds and different artists and all that. So that's a big yes for me, dog. So yeah, 8 out of 10 there. We'll talk about it with the boys next time if they're on. We'll give a little brief rundown. We do have some recs. A recommendation for game music. Did I delete that? Or what? I think I did. No, it's fine. Outer Wilds soundtrack, OST. That's what I'm going to recommend. My buddy recommended it for me. It's like an existential space game. And just the way they design the music, like with like certain characters you meet throughout the game. Like it's a I can't remember the exact type of. It's like when the music is in the game itself, like someone's playing an instrument or something. Diegetic music, yeah. It's like diegetic, but then it also goes together. And it's like you meet certain characters throughout the game, they're kind of playing the same song, but like in their own way. And then throughout the game, it like builds to like this huge swelling orchestral thing when you find out what's going on or whatever. So pretty cool. Check it out. I won't say much more than that. Outer Wilds soundtrack, kind of gorgeous, but like how it ties in with the game is just really cool. From how he explained it, I played a little bit of the game. I downloaded it and it's pretty cool, but I don't know or don't know too much more about it. I think that's it. Hacking underrated stuff. I don't have any. I don't care. I think underrated would definitely be free 99 because, dude, that shit slaps, and they're just throwing out albums. They're throwing it out at you, man. Give them a like, give them a listen, give them a little buy the album. You like it? One of the guys bought the album. It's a cat with a duck hat on. You can't beat that. It's adorable. You want to be in that club, right? There's one guy that has Master Boot Record or something. I don't know, whatever. Check it out. Check it out. You like that heavy banger? Dude, you know it's really good. Fucking shy, been a shy pad. Very these profiles. It's so funny on Bandcamp just seeing what people's profile pictures that like this stuff. There's some furries that like it. Word. That's how you know it's good tunes. I guess. I don't know. We have a new album recommendation. It was going to be Josh's choice, but since he's not here, I will throw some sort of an album. What was I gonna recommend? What would I recommend? I would recommend my roommates don't come up here and start talking. Yeah. So here's your ASMR, and because the mic is on the keyboard, I'm typing everything in correctly. Let's see. Let's do a... Carpenter Brute. Wait a second. Yeah, I'll recommend a Lorn album. I don't care. Let's do... Ask the Dust. Yeah, let's do Lorn, Ask the Dust. Ask the Dust. Okay, so that's going to be recommended. Hey, if you want to play along at home, listen to the album, come back. You have a little, it's like a little reading study group kind of thing. Fuck it, it'd be fun, dude. It's a good album. I recommend it all the time. Lorn is one of my favorite creators of all time. Of all time. I should do Mouth Silence. I don't know why Mouth Silence comes up when I type in Lorn full album. But it does. Also, funny thing, free 99. Was it free 99? Big Beat, Hyperpunk, Athens. Where's I could have sworn it was one of these Bandcamp artists. They said this album's awesome by Lorn, like quoting Lorn. Just like, yeah, he probably didn't listen to it, but yeah, it's stellar. So yeah, check that out. We'll talk about it next episode. And yeah, man, this is a short one. We're in and out, 30 minutes. You know, stuff comes up sometimes. We do a solo sode. Hey, it's still good. We're still getting through the info. Still getting you the information that you crave, that you need, that you require. Let's see. Yeah, check the description for everything. As always, we got some plugs going on. We're still just keeping to the schedule, doing more streaming. We are getting into modding. we're going to try to finish up Baldi's Basics modding and move on to other projects because this is getting a bit tiring, doing the same things over and over, trying to integrate Wise with it. Not working too well because it changes the audio files. So we might just kind of ditch that idea and just go for just normal audio swaps for now. Or we'll probably find a way to shuffle sounds in Unity and then transfer out something. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But check that out. We do streaming on Twitch. Links in the description for that. The schedule is on the Twitter. Check out that link in the description. Blah, blah. You know what's good. Thanks for listening. But hey, that's just a theory. Music theory. Thanks for listening. I'm Matt Pat. Bye.